At the start line is pair number 9. Starting on the inner, representing Japan, Chihiko Kato. And on the outer, representing Germany, Katrine Lechner.
Go to the start. Ready.
There are 9 underway. With Chihiko Kato in the women's 60 to 64 division is ranked 3rd. And Katrine in the 50 to 55 to 59 is ranked 3rd. Here comes Chihiko Kato on the outer. Skater representing Japan, now closing in on the finish. And here is the finish with a time of 47.72, and Katrine with a time of 50.52. Starting on the inner lane, representing Japan, Tomoka Wakazuki. Starting on the outer, representing the United States, Barb Johnson.
Go to the start. Ready.
Now underway with pair number 12. With Wakazuki open up with the second fast open, 12.89. Barb, 5th fastest opener, 13.17. Tomo Wakazuki in the 40 to 44 division is ranked 5th. And Barb in the 70 to 74 division is ranked 1st. Is Tomo Wakazuki on the outer, skater out of Japan, closing in on the finish with a time of 47.09 for Tomo Wakazuki, and Barb Johnson with a time of 48.33. Representing Japan, Sumio Nishio. Starting on the outer, representing the United States, Joe Kranick.
Go to the start. Ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now underway with pair number 2. As Joe Kranick open up on the outer with a time of 13.71. Joe representing the United States. And Sumio Nishio open up with a time of 19.01. Now, Joe is in the 50 to 54 division, and Sumio, this is amazing, he's in the 80 to 84 division. This is Joe. Local skater closing in. About 50 meters to go. And now the finish with Joe posting a time of 50.32. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for Sumio Nishio. He is in the 80 to 84 division. This is just amazing as he closes in on the finish. Sumio Nishio now with the finish and a time of 1:17.83. And at the start line is pair number 4, or 3, excuse me. Starting on the inner is David Vogel. And starting on the outer representing Japan, Takashi Takiochi. This is Takashi Takiochi. Open up on the outer. He's a skater out of Japan. Opens up with a time of 17.83. Takashi is in the 80 to 84 division. Takashi ranked 4th. There are 5 skaters in the 80 to 84 division. Quite amazing. Here he comes. Takashi Takiochi closing in. Let's give him a nice round of applause as he's got 50 meters to go. Coming up to the finish. And the finish with a time of 1:12:59. Starting on the inner, representing Japan, Hideo Suzawa. Starting on the outer, representing Mongolia, Quaden Biberlat.
Go to the start.
This is pair number 4 that's underway. With Hideo, open up with a time of 17.89. And Quaden opens up with a time of 21:07. Now Hideo Suzawa is in the 80 to 84 division and is ranked 3rd. This is quite a division. There's 5 skaters in this division. And in the 60 to 64 division, there's 13 skaters. Here comes Hideo Suzawa closing in. Give him a nice round of applause. This is fantastic performance as Hideo posts a time of 1:06:88. Here comes Quaden with the finish and a time of 1:17:65. Ready to begin pair number 5. Starting on the inner lane, representing the United States, Gary Groen. And starting on the outer lane, representing Japan, Suniyori Tomirani.
Go to the start.
All right, we are underway with pair 6. Gary Groen representing the United States, opens up with a time of 14.88. And Sumi Yuri opens up with a time of 15.77. Sumi Yuri out of Japan is in the 75 to 79 division, and Gary also in the 75 to 79 division. This is a very big division as well. There's 6 skaters in this division. The skaters are side by side. Look at this. Both these skaters 70 to 75. Let's give them a nice round of applause. Kazuo Momose. And starting on the outer lane representing Japan, Shugiru Ikeda.
Go to the start. Ready.
And Shiguru opens up with a time of 13.77. Kazuo opens up with a time of 15.29. And Kazuo Momose is in the 80 to 84 division and is ranked second in this highly competitive division. And in the 70 to 74 division, Shiguru. Here comes our skaters. This is Shigeru Ikedu in the 70-74 division, now closing in on the finish with a time of 53.29. That's the second ranked time. And Kazuo Momose with a finish of 57.09. Ready to begin pair number 7. And starting on the inner lane representing the United States, Mark
Up next is pair number 10. Starting on the inner lane, representing the Netherlands, Bounka Mayer. Starting on the outer lane, representing Japan, Tadashi Kondo. Mayer's in the Masters 75 classification. Kondo, the Masters 70. Mayer opening with a 13.73. Kondo with a 13.78. Mayer skated a 51.56 yesterday. Kondo had a 54.57 as they head on to the backstretch. Exiting the final turn, it'll be Mayer on the outer, Kondo on the inner. They're side by side coming down the home stretch, looking to improve on their times from yesterday. And at the line, it'll be Mayer posting a 52.89. Kondo with a 52.98, nearly a second and a half faster than yesterday. That puts them at third and fourth, respectively, through 10 pairs. Up next is pair number 11. Starting on the inner lane, representing Germany, Frank Gunter. Starting on the outer lane, representing Japan, Tomomatsu Misawa.
Go to the start. Red.
Gunter's in the Master 60, and so is Misawa. Gunter, fastest opener at 13.31. Misawa, 14.62. Yesterday, Gunter posted a 52.08. Misawa had a 52.67. Gunter on the outer, Misawa on the inner. Gunter looking to crack the 50-second mark. Gunter at the finish, 50.1, improves on yesterday's time by almost a full 2 seconds. Misawa with a 53.03. Gunter goes to the top of the board through 11 pairs. Up next is pair number 14. Starting on the inner lane, representing Japan, Tsuyoshi Murayama. Starting on the outer lane, representing the Netherlands, Erwin Henskes.
Go to the start. Red.
Both skaters in this pair in the Master 65 classification. Murayama, second fastest opener at 13.43. Henskes with a 14.05. Murayama skated a 48.41 yesterday. Henskes had a 49.65. Murayama on the outer, Henskes on the inner. Murayama looking to set a new top time, coming up to the line. Murayama, second fastest time with a 48.47. Henskes with a 49.66. That puts him at third on the board, just 100 slower than yesterday's time. Lane, representing Japan, Takafumi Osumi. Starting on the outer lane, representing Mongolia, San Sarbilig Bold.
Go to the start. Red.
Osumi with the fastest opener at 11.81. Bold third fastest at 12.68. Osumi's in the Masters 50 class. Bold is in the Masters 45. Osumi skated a 43.64 yesterday. Bold had a 46.03. Osumi will be on the outer, Bold on the inners. They come onto the home stretch. Osumi looking to set the new top time, coming to the line. Osumi, new fastest time with a 43.93. Bold, second fastest with a 45.48. Bold going a half a second faster than yesterday's time.
137.79, and Barb with a time of 137.72. And ladies and gentlemen, unofficially, Judith Smuter broke her world record that she posted yesterday by over 2 seconds. Incredible results. Let's give a nice round of applause to Judith when she comes up into the warm-up lane in front of our crowd. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin pairs 10 and 11. And starting on the inner, representing the United States, Elise Brinich. And starting on the outer, representing Japan, Chiiko Kato. Pair number 11, starting on the inner, representing the United States, Julie Gehring. Starting on the outer, representing the United States, Tori Carter.
Go to the start. Ready. Go to the start. Ready.
Now underway with pairs 10 and 11 with Chiiko Kato open up with a time of 22:47 and Elise Brinich with a time of 23:06. These are the skaters in pair number 11 with Julie Gehring on the inner and Tori Carter on the outer, with Julie open up with a time of 23:63 and Tori 22:59. Chiiko Kato now with 1 lap to go. Lap time of 35:73 and Elise with a lap time of 38:25. And it was Elise posted a finish time yesterday of 1:42 and Chiiko with a time of 1:37. Now Tori Carter with a split of a lap time of 35:13 and Julie 36:49. Here come our skaters. Is Chiiko Kato on the outer, closing in on the finish. Here she comes. And the finish. And better yesterday's time by about a half a second with a time of 1:37.12. Elise also bettered her time from yesterday with a time of 1:42.02. Here. And now Tori with the finish. Tori posting a finish of 1:33.95, also faster than yesterday. And Julie also posted a faster time than yesterday with a time of 1:37.87. Congratulations, skaters, on your fine performances this morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to begin pairs 14 and 15. In pair number 14, starting on the inner, representing Japan, Tomoka Wakazuki. And starting on the outer, representing the United States, Natalie Rodriguez Hasselbeck. In pair number 15, starting on the inner, representing the Netherlands, Wendy van der Ham. Starting on the outer, representing Germany, Theresa Schneider.
Go to the start. Ready. Go to the start. Ready.
Pairs 14 and 15 now underway with Tomoko Wakazuki open up with a time of 21:68. Natalie Rodriguez Hasselbeck with a time of 21:64. Here comes pair number 15 with Theresa Schneider out of Germany, open up with a time of 20.73. Wendy Vanderham out of the Netherlands, 21:89 opener. Here comes pair number 14 with Natalie posting a lap time of 33:91 and Tomoko with a lap time of 36:03. Here comes pair number 15. It's Theresa Schneider with a lap time of 34:67. Wendy Vanderham with a lap time of 34:83. Here come our skaters. This is Natalie Hasselbeck Rodriguez with a finish of 1:32.16, just outside her time posted yesterday. And Tomoko Wakazuki with a time of 1:37.43. Two more skaters out there. Here they come, closing in with Theresa Schneider and Wendy Vanderham with in pairs 3 and 4. Pair number 3, starting on the inner, representing Japan, Takashi Takeuchi. Starting on the outer, representing Japan, Sumio Nishio. Starting pair number 4, starting on the inner, representing Japan, Hideo Suzawa. Starting on the outer, representing Mongolia, Kalban Biberle.
Go to the start. Ready. Go to the start.
Everyone in this.
Ready.
Now underway with pairs 3 and 4, and pair number 4 will be skated as a single. Now what is amazing about this event, ladies and gentlemen, is every skater is over 80, and this is so inspirational. It's unbelievable. It gives me goosebumps to see this. Here comes Hideo Suzawa coming up to 2 laps to go, where he opens up with a time of 31:75. From our skaters and the first pair of this quad. Coming up to 1 to go. With Takashi Takeuchi with a split of 59.94 and Sumio Nishio with a split of 1:01. And now here comes Hideo Suzawa out of Japan with a lap time of 52.68. Here come our skaters. Skaters now entering corner number 3. They are coming up to the finish. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give these skaters a nice round of applause. Both these skaters over 80 now, putting on one heck of a performance. I would challenge them to any teenager in this building, with Sumio Nishio posting a time of 2:41.10. And that is a massive improvement over yesterday by 4 seconds. And Takeuchi also a 4-second improvement over yesterday. Hideo Suzawa with a time of 2:22.67. And ready to begin, pairs 5 and 6. And representing and starting in pair number 5, starting on the inner representing Japan is Tsuneyuki Tominari. Starting on the outer representing Japan is Kazuyo Momoso. Pair number 6, starting on the inner representing the United States, Gary Groen. And starting on the outer representing Mongolia, Jalba Bougie.
Go to the start. Ready.
All right, we are now underway with pairs 5 and 6. With Tsuneyuki, and open up with a time of 31:44, and he is the 75-74. Kazuyo Momose is in the 80-plus division, opens up with a time of 27:52. Now Gary Groen in the 75-79, 27:84. And Jalba Bougie in the 80-plus category opens up with a time of 28:33. Come on, skaters. Look at this performance. It's quite good skating. Look at this. Coming up to 1 to go. It's Kazuo Momose with a split of 45-57. And Tsuneyuki with a split of 51-78. Here comes the second half of this quad with Bougie posting at 45-12 and Groen 47-37. All right, these are some fantastic performances, ladies and gentlemen. We need to really give these skaters our love and appreciation for their performances. And here comes Kazuo Momose out of Japan with the finish and a time of 2:02.19, a 2-second improvement over yesterday. And here comes Tsuneyuki Tominari coming up to the finish. And the finish with a time of 2:17.80. Gary Groen now with the finish and a 6-second improvement over yesterday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin. Pairs 7 and 8. Pair number 7, representing the Netherlands, is Toon van Helden. Starting on the outer, representing the United States, Mark Nolan. Pair number 8, representing Japan, Shigeru Ikeda. Starting on the outer, representing Japan, Tomatsu Misawa.
To the start. Ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pairs 7 and 8 are now underway. I have a special announcement to make. All right, listen to this. We had 2 world records set today. I already announced one was Judith Smoother in the ladies 75 with a finish of 137.77. This is a new announcement. Barb Johnson out of the United States posted a world record in the 70 to 74, 1,000 meters with a time of 137.71. Let's give a nice round for these skaters as we are underway with pairs 7 and 8. And that's longtime referee Mark Nolan on the inner, coming up to 1 lap to go with a split of 41.18. Van den Helden with a split of 44.59. And now here comes skater out of Japan, Misawa with a lap time of 39.88, and Ikeda with a lap time of 43.02. Here comes Mark. Mark had a time of 1:52 yesterday. Let's see what this ends up to be. And there it is, a 1:52.79, just outside time posted yesterday, with Van Helden posting a time of 1:56.12. Here comes skaters out of Japan closing in, with Misawa posting a time of 1:48, and that is 1:48.42, and that is an improvement over yesterday, with Ikeda with a time of 2:02.20. And now ready to begin pairs 9 and 10. Pair number 9, representing the United States. Starting on the inner is Paul Podean. Starting on the outer, representing the United States, Bob Dvorak. Pair number 10, representing Japan, Tashadi Kondo. And starting on the outer, representing the United States, Daniel Green.
Ready. Go to the start. Ready.
This is pair number 9 with Bob Dvorak open up on the outer. with a time of 25:21, and Paul 27:21. And now Kondo opens up with a time of 25:19, and Green with a time of 24:39. It's Paul Padilla. He's in the 65 to 69 category. Bob Dvorak and Tadashi Kondo both in the 70 to 74, and Dan Green 60 to 64. And now with one lap to go, it's Paul with a lap time of 42:56. Dvorak 40.67. Here comes Dan Green on the inner. Kondo on the outer. With Green posting a 39.92 and Kondo with a 41.73. Here comes Bob Dvorak. Bob with the finish and a time of 1:48.03. Paul with a time of 1:55.43. That is a second and a half improvement over yesterday. And here comes Kondo, skater out of Japan, with a time of 1:52.81, and that is an improvement over yesterday. Green with a time of 1:44. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jeff Brand. I am concluding my announcing for today, and it's been my...
Up next, we have pairs 15 and 16. Starting in pair 16 on the inner lane, representing Japan, Tsuyoshi Murayama. On the outer lane, representing Norway, Per Gunnar Stensvag. In pair number 16, representing the United States on the inner lane, Kevin Featherstone. On the outer lane, representing the Netherlands, Eric van Hooft. Opening split for Murayama, 22.48. Stensvag, 22.66. Murayama in our Master 65, and Stensvag also in our Master 65 classification. Featherstone split, 21.32. He's in our Masters 40 class. Van Hooft, opening split, 27.47. He's in our Masters 45. Murayama skated a 135.35 yesterday. His split, 35.08. Stensvag, 34.88. He skated a 135.27 yesterday. Here comes Featherstone up to one lap to go. His split, 34.15. He skated a 133.31 yesterday. Van Hooft skated a 122.78 in yesterday's 1,000. His split. This is pair number 15 coming up to the finish. It's dead sprint here at the line. Stensvag posts second fastest time at a 134.67. We'll have to wait for secondary timing on Murayama. Here comes Featherstone to the line, posting the second fastest time at a 132.23. He'll improve by over a second on yesterday's time. Up next, we have pairs 15 and 16. starting in pair 16 on the inner lane, representing Japan, Tsuyoshi Murayama. On the outer lane, representing Norway, Per Gunnar Stensvag. In pair number 16, representing the United States on the inner lane, Kevin Featherstone. On the outer lane, representing the Netherlands, Eric van Hooft.
Ready. Go to the start. Ready.
Opening split for Murayama, 22.48. Stensvag, 22.66. Murayama in our Master 65, and Stensvag also in our Master 65 classification. Featherstone split 21.32. He's in our Masters 40 class. Van Hooft opening split 27.47. He's in our Masters 45. Murayama skated a 135.35 yesterday. His split 35.08. Stensvag 34.88. He skated a 135.27 yesterday. Here comes Featherstone up to 1 lap to go. His split 34.15. He skated a 133.31 yesterday. Van Hooft skated a 122.78 in yesterday's 1,000. His split. This is pair number 15 coming up to the finish. It's dead sprint here at the line. Stensvag posts second fastest time at a 134.67. We'll have to wait for secondary timing on Murayama. Here comes Featherstone to the landing the Netherlands. Kees Langeveld. In pair number 18 on the inner lane, representing the United States, Joshua Creeder. On the outer lane, representing the United States, Uat, 32.61. Hera, 32.6. Suyuhara skated a 130.51 yesterday. Bold skated a 131.6. Uat skated a 129.46. Hera had a 129.25. Suyuhara, a 128.97 moves him into third on the board. Bold with a 133.95. Suyuhara going 2 seconds faster than yesterday. Uat moves into third with a 128.47. Hera moves into second with a 128.07. Over a second faster for Martin Hera. Up next are pairs 23, 21 and 22. In pair 21, starting on the inner lane, representing the United States, Matt Trimble. In the outer lane, representing Japan, Takafumi Osami. In pair number 22, representing Mongolia, in the inner lane, Munkdorj Guntumur. In the outer lane, representing the United States, Paul Good.
Go to the start. Ready.
Osami's opening split 20.46, Trimble 20.88. Trimble in the Masters 60s class, Osami in the Masters 50. Guntimer 20.38, good 20.72. Trimble's in the Masters 60, Osami in the Master 50. Guntimer in the Masters 30, good in the Masters 45. Trimble 31.53, Osami 33.19. Trimble skated a 127.26 yesterday. Osami skated a 133.9. Good 32.03. Guntimer 33.04. Good skated a 128.23 yesterday. Guntimer skated a 130.27. Here comes Trimble at the finish, posting the second fastest time at a 125.89. Osami a 131.75.